The UK Prime Minister Theresa May is to announce an ambitious plan to make the UK carbon neutral by 2015. That means emissions from transport, farming and industry will have to be avoided completely or offset by planting more trees, removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, or by buying credits to compensate for emissions. The UK says it will become the first major industrialised nation to introduce such an ambitious target into law. Last week, Theresa May's Finance Minister Philip Hammond said the cost of achieving net zero emissions could cost the country more than €1 trillion. Well, for more on this story, let's talk now to our correspondent in London, Tig Enright. Tig, good morning to you there. I can see you're just outside Battersea Power Station. Tell us, how is the government planning to bring down this target?
Hi to you, Tokes. Well, you make a very interesting point there, because while it is a very big, a very noble target, there isn't actually an awful lot of detail within the announcement today as to how actually the government intends to achieve it, other than pointing out that the UK already, as it says, is a leader in tackling climate change. And of course, it's only a few months since we were reporting on efforts here in London to put a charge on the dirtiest, most polluting vehicles from entering the centre of the city, with a view to reducing emissions. This is an upscaling, though, of a target that's already there. There is already a commitment to reduce carbon emissions by 80% by 2050. Now they're saying 100%. And of course, we all know the things we need to do to help achieve that. And it's stopping burning fossil fuels like the old Battersea Power Station behind me once did. But it's also slightly unpalatable things like perhaps flying less or eating less meat. Theresa May has convened a committee of younger people to review the UK's current strategy, but of course she won't be in office to oversee its delivery. Someone else will, and indeed there will be many more prime ministers between now and 2050. But Theresa May is very keen to have something in her prime ministerial legacy other than the failure to deliver Brexit on time.
Tig, the government has its big headlines in all its releases regarding this measure is net zero emissions net zero greenhouse gas emissions. What exactly does that mean?
Well, it's about, Tokes, undoing the damage that you do, as accepting that there will inevitably always be the release of some greenhouse gases. Well, it's about doing things to offset the damage that you do. Things like planting trees, absorbing the pollution that you do emit, as well as trying to reduce the emissions that you actually emit in the first place. It should, in principle, make it easier to achieve. But of course, the fact that there's such a long time span on it just sets out the scale of the task at hand here.
Tig Enright there, reporting on Britain's ambitious target to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. Thank you.